Hello everyone, a very warm welcome again to the virtual session of science children. I hope you all are maintaining your notebook children. So let's get started for the day. What are we going to have in this session? Let us see. We will continue with the chapter respiration in organism part 3. So let us see what are we going to have in this session. The respiratory system in human. Please do not draw this diagram. We are just going to see what is the mechanism of breathing in human beings. So you just see the respiratory system in human involves uh, all these organs. You will see these are the organs involved in the respiratory process. As you have seen the digestive system children, similarly you have a respiratory system. There are certain organs involved in your body for the process of respiration. Those organism all the organs which are involved in the respiration process, that becomes a system. So that is a respiratory system in humans. Let us see what are the organs which are involved in the respiration process. So the mechanism of breathing in human beings we are going to cover up in this session. Nasal passage is involved, oral cavity, then you can see pharynx, trachea, lungs, ribs and diaphragm. So I would suggest you to take a printout of this diagram and stick it in your notebook. That will give you a clear idea about the organs involved for the respiration process. So drawing the diagram will be a little more challenging for you all. So better you take a printout of this diagram and please see, enlarge the diagram so that you can see the labeling clearly. So these are the organs involved in the process of respiration, and all together they make a respiratory system. So please see the labeling. Diaphragm is involved, ribs involved, lungs involved, trachea, pharynx, nasal passage and oral cavity. Please do this. Please take a printout of this and stick it in your notebook. I hope this is clear. The respiratory system involved, the organs involved in the respiration process. So the mechanism of breathing in human being, let us see the mechanism. Since the breathing is altogether a different process from respiration, how do breathing happens in human being? Let us see. We take in the air present in the environment through a nostril which travels through the nasal cavity. Very simple. Then it moves through the windpipe and reaches the lungs. The lungs are located in the chest cavity which is surrounded by the ribs. On the floor of the chest cavity lays a muscle sheet called diaphragm. So you have seen diaphragm in the diagram. So please take the diagram and you write the mechanism of breathing in human being, so that when you are learning this concept of mechanism of breathing, this concept becomes clear with the diagram. So please take that diagram. It will be very helpful to understand this process. Then we will see during the process, breathing process, the movement of the ribs and the diaphragm takes place. This is so because the lungs expand and contract during breathing. So this is how the breathing process will happen, due to the continuous expansion and contraction of the lungs. And as we take in the air, it fills up the lungs. This moves the diaphragm downwards and the ribs outwards. So what will happen to the ribs and the diaphragm? As we take it in the air, it fills up the lungs, and this moves the diaphragm will move downwards and the ribs outward, because the lung is filled with the air. The lungs, when releasing out air from the body, so when it releases air from the body, which brings back the diaphragm and the ribs to their original position. So when you give out air from the body, that means you give out carbon dioxide from your body, that will bring back the diaphragm and the ribs to their original position. So this is the mechanism of the breathing process in human being. I hope these points are clear. You can see the diagram and you can see for the process which you have written in the notebook. So please take the diagram children. I hope you will do that. So that see, this diagram will help you to understand the breathing mechanism very clearly. Here you will see breathe in and breathe out. Left hand side, breathe in. What happened when you breathe in? Please do not draw the diagram. Try to understand the concept with the help of this diagram. So this diagram will help you how the all the organs involved in the respiration process. That means the respiratory system, how it works. That will give this diagram will give you a clear idea. So here breathe in. What happens when we breathe in? You take air inside. That means you inhale air. Then when you inhale air, the chest will expand and the diaphragm will contract, as you can see on the here in the image on the left hand side, and your abdomen will expand because you have inhaled air, and that will expand chest, diaphragm will contract and abdomen expands. Whereas when you breathe out, what happen? You exhale air, chest will contract. So here the reverse process. Air exhale, chest will contract, diaphragm will relax and abdomen contract. So they go back to the original position. So this is the mechanism of breathing, and all these organs are involved in the process of breathing, and this is how our body work during breathing process. That means breathe in and breathe out. I hope the mechanism of breathing in human being is clear with you all children with this diagram. Just have a look and you can easily see how breathing process takes place. Why do we sneeze? Since we have learned about this concept of breathing and we have seen the organs involved in the process of breathing, one concept related question we need to see over here, that is, why do we sneeze? So please take down. As we inhale the air present in the surroundings, sometimes various unwanted elements such as smoke and dust are also included in it. However, they get stuck in the hair in a nostril. You can check your nostril, you have tiny hair inside your nose. What is the function and what is the role of those tiny hair? Why nature has provided us with tiny hairs inside the nostril? Because all the dirt which goes through the nose, it should not enter in your body system. Because of that, the nature has provided us with the hair inside the nostril, but some of them can get through the nasal cavity. Though we have hair, but some of them manage to get through the nasal cavity. They cause irritation in the nasal cavity, and which makes us sneeze. So sneezing actually is desirable. It helps us to expel out all the unwanted elements such as smoke and dust which enter through nostril, and some of them manage to go through the nasal passage, that create irritation, and then you sneeze. So sneezing is good for you. It helps us to get rid of the unwanted elements which try to enter our body and which will harm our body. So that's why we sneeze. This helps in getting rid of unwanted particles out of the nasal cavity. I hope that this is clear. Why do we sneeze? So next time when you sneeze, you should not regret or you should not feel irritated, because sneezing helps you to get rid of unwanted elements. So here we come to an end of the session, children. I hope the concepts are very clear with you all. Thank you, children, and have a great day.